Namaste everyone, welcome to our channel, The Vedic Way of Life. Today is 22nd May 2018, according to the Hindu calendar. It's some 5,000 years of Gita has passed. So today I'll be giving you an introduction to our channel, The Vedic Way of Life, and also the essence of the scriptures pertaining to Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma as it should be called. So basically this channel is a non-profit channel and developed by individuals. Okay, and this channel's main aim is to propagate the scriptures, promote the scriptures pertaining to Sanatana Dharma to the whole world, to enlighten all the masses irrespective of caste, creed, religion, race, etc. Okay. And this channel is not against any another religion or faith. Okay, it's just a portrayal of the thoughts and the ideas of Sanatana Dharma to the whole world, and also to compare the scriptures of all religions. Okay, so to understand Sanatana Dharma, you should understand its central thought, the Gita. So today we will be talking about the essence of Gita, the gist of Gita. So we begin by a prayer. तमेव माता पिता तमेव बंधु सखा तमेव विद्या जगन तमेव सर्वं वन्दे देव. Thou art mother, thou art father, thou art kinsman, thou art friend, thou art knowledge, thou art wealth, thou art my all, O Lord of gods. So that was a small prayer. Now I'll begin with the session. So today we will talk about the glory about Gita, Bhagavad Gita. So the words present in the Gita are the divine words that spread from the lips of God Himself, and the grandeur of these divine words is disparate, incomparable, and unlimited, and nobody can describe it. Even Shesha, the thousand-headed serpent god, who is the couch of God Vishnu, Shiva and Ganesha, cannot fully depict its glory. So as a scripture, the Gita embodies the supreme spiritual mystery and secret, and it contains the essence of all four Vedas. It is simple and anyone can easily follow it. The thought behind those words are deep and difficult to understand, but even a lifelong constant study does not show the end of it. Every day the Gita exhibits a new facet of thought, hence the Gita remains eternally new. The virtues, glory, and essential characters, truth, mystery, and worship of God, as well as the topics of action and knowledge have been discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. And they are discussed in such a way that its parallel can be hardly found in any other book. In the Gita there is not a single word which may be described as flattering. Whatever statements have been made in it are true to the very letter. To assume overpraise in the words of God, the very embodiment of truth, is to show disrespect to the divine words. I hope that's pretty simple to understand. So the Gita is an epitome of all the scriptures. The essence of all the scriptures is to be found in it, and it would be no exaggeration indeed if it is called the very storehouse of all scriptural knowledge. For the very understanding of the Gita may lead one automatically to comprehension of the truths contained in the scriptures, and no separate study is required to obtain the knowledge. So the so then let's see what the Mahabharata says about the Gita. It says Sarva Shastramay Gita. That means Gita compromises of all the scriptures. It's mentioned in the Bhishma paragraph 44.4. The divine sage Vedvyasa himself says Gita alone should be sung, heard, recited, studied, taught, pondered and assimilated. What is the use of collecting other scriptures? For Gita has emerged directly from the lotus lips of Lord Vishnu himself. So this is the magnanimity of the Gita. And also the Gita is superior to the river Ganga or Ganges. Liberation has been declared to be the reward of a bath in the Ganga. But he who baths in the Ganga, though he can obtain liberation himself, does not acquire the power of liberating others. So when he's taking the leap in the Ganga, he is only liberating himself, he is not liberating others. He, however, who takes a dive into the Gita not only gets liberated himself, but also gains the power of liberating others. So you can see the comparison is thoroughly rational without any bias. And the Ganga is sprung from the feet of the Lord, as the Gita has emanated directly from the divine lips. So when the Ganga liberates him alone who goes to it and takes a plunge in its waters, like I said, the Gita finds its way to every home and shows the way to liberation to every individual. These are the reasons why the Gita is declared superior to the Ganga. Further on, Gita is also superior to Gayatri. The practice of japa of Gayatri or the recitation of Gayatri leads a man to attain liberation. Again, liberation is pertained only to one's own self, whereas a student of Gita liberates not only himself but others as well. If we declare Gita to be greater than God himself, there will be no exaggeration at all. As the Lord himself says, I take my stand on the Gita. It is my supreme abode. I maintain the three worlds on the strength of the wisdom contained in the Gita. It's mentioned in the Varaha Purana. Thus we can say that if one studies Gita, he has or she has worshipped God through wisdom sacrifice according to God himself. If such is the value of the Gita, what can you say of the man who has molded his life according to its teachings? He initiates his teachings among the devotees and propagates it. Such a person is very dear to God. Gita is a very life breath and heart and the verbal image of God. And no sacrifice, charity, austerity, pilgrimage, or religious vow, self-restraint, fasting, etc. stand comparison with the Gita. And the organization Gita is such that it's divided into 700 verses into 18 chapters. The Maharishi Vyasa has compiled it and the speaker was God himself. So this is an introduction to Gita and its comparison to other factors and character, and this is a basic introduction, and further on in the next video I try to compare it and elaborate what I said. Okay, so till then, Namaste.